Hey, what's up, Hilo News family? This show is brought to you by Baptist Health's Pine App. Healthcare at your fingertips with the Pine App. Head to HiloNewsMiami.com right now to learn more about their app and all the new features created to improve your healthcare experience with Baptist Health. Thank you for tuning in. What's up, Hilo News family? Welcome to another episode of Can We Talk? Hey, today we have a really special guest. Our show, we talk to dope people in the community doing dope thing, and I'm really excited to talk to our next guest. He's doing some really cool things in the area of real estate. So without further ado, let's welcome to the show, Mac. Hey, what's up, Mac?
Hey, JD. Mac is in the house. Thanks for having me.
Oh, that's what's up. Look, anytime we have Black entrepreneurs doing really cool things, we want to make sure our audience knows what is going on. So thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a pleasure, to represent the community, especially, the Haitian, living here down here in South Florida. So, sac passe to all my Haitian living here, and then to all my Cuban friends down here too. Listen, cafecito all day.
Yes, bling, 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 bling. I wish I had some sound effects right now, but that's what's up. Miami is very multicultural, so we got a shout out and we represent for everybody. So I really love that. Thank you for bringing that flavor to the show today.
Absolutely, absolutely. In the 21st century, if you're not here in Miami, I gotta tell you, you're missing out. This is the place to be, the 305.
They already know they missing out a thing here. They wish they was us. I always say we live where they vacation. Like this is life. This is life.
I mean, I know some people kind of like, have the impression, we just have fun, down here in Miami. I want to tell them that, while we're having fun, we work super hard too. So we do both at the same time.
Oh, it's definitely a hustle and grind mentality. And I think that's a perfect segue to really introduce what you're doing right now, because I really think it's really innovative and pioneering in the space of real estate. So, Mac, you're an entrepreneur and you have the company Lien Library. Tell us what Lien Library is. And actually, let's back it up a little bit. How did Lien Library get started?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, for everyone who's watching, actually, I used to work for the city of North Miami in the capacity of someone that provides liens information to the public. So, whenever someone is buying or selling a property, they need to get that liens information. And a lien basically means debt, right? It's just an instrumental debt that you can use, against someone whenever they owe you something. For example, you have your utility bill, you don't pay to your municipality, therefore the city can kind of actually, put a lien in the property until they recoup that money. So what I actually realized, some cities, it takes them up to 15 business days to provide those liens information to the public. So just imagine you're going to closing right now. You have to wait 15 business days for you to get that information. And what I realized, it's an opportunity for me, actually, who's interested with tech. So I create a platform where I enable people in the real estate industry to basically go on that website, and then they can request any lien information on properties. And what we have done as well, we actually build a software that will license to cities that enables them to manage all the orders that they are received from the public for every single properties that the person is interested in getting those liens information. So this is what we've managed to create, so far. And I gotta tell you, it's really interesting.
Man, that is. And as I was, doing some research and preparing for our interview, I looked this up and I was like, man, this is game changer, especially in the field of real estate. And I saw, that you guys got started actually at my alma mater, FIU, you and your friends. Tell me about that startup story and what that journey was like, and you bringing this idea to your team and saying, hey, we need to do this. What was that time like?
I gotta tell you, since I actually, immigrated, here, to the U.S., FIU has like a special place, in my heart. Oh, my Panthers friend. So, when actually I was going to FIU, I used to get involved, at an organization called Spark Dev. That's basically there, I actually acquire all the knowledge that I needed to be a UI UX developer. And then when I had the idea for, Lien Library, I basically reached out to those friends that I had in that Spark Dev, and I explained to them, hey guys, this is what I have as an idea. And I really think, this right here, no one is currently working on it. It is an opportunity for us to change something for good. And then they say, you know what, Mac, I trust you. And then I just want to take the journey with you. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And since then, it's been 3 years. We've been working on the project, getting actually, traction. And we have a group of mentors down here in Broward So the venture mentoring team, they are the one actually a bunch of entrepreneurs who have already like done pretty much everything. So now they just kind of like retired and dedicating their time, supporting us, advising us what is the best path, to take that business to the next level.
Nice. That's what's up. And so you guys have already launched the program, and right now customers can go on and start using your services, correct?
That's correct. So we work with both, title companies and then cities. So for title companies now, what they have to do, just go on our website and then enter the address they would like to get that in report and pay only $50 for the service. And they would get that report. And for cities, what we have done so far, since we want to do this, to help the community too, we license our software free to the city. We
Wow.
license it free to the city. So we're not charging them anything. All they have to do just work with us, get those data on, and then just make sure customers can access those data, because all the lien data, they are just public data.
Mm. And so let's dig more into it for people who don't understand this industry and the problem that you're trying to solve. Can you talk more about that, the problem that you're solving, and how this actually helps the person, in the process of buying property or acquiring properties and doing that whole research with lien. So let's talk a little bit more about that.
Absolutely, absolutely. One thing inside of government, people tend to see government as kind of like a lazy administration. However, I don't think it's a lazy administration. They just don't have the tools that can enable them to provide the best service as they can.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what exactly we are solving for government, workflow efficiency. So if you have only two staff, generating what, 100 reports, in a month or in a day, so it takes a lot of time. And therefore, you're not going to get that information as quick as you should get, right? And now by giving them that software, we enabling them not only to repurpose, their staff, time to do something else that's more important, but it just enables, everybody to kind of like, be very happy at the end of the transaction. The government provide that lien information. Whoever owes money on that property, they end up paying the government, that money, and the government basically can use that money to subsidize whatever they want to do. For example, when you're providing grant to small businesses, right, or even kind of like reducing the water bill for somebody because they are bringing more revenue. And those are the things that actually, when we are discussing, to cities, we tell them this is an opportunity for you not only to actually increase, the workflow efficiency in your workplace, but also bring in more revenue.
Mm. That's really amazing, and you guys are helping the efficiency of smaller governments or any local government, which is always a benefit to residents. And I think that's really amazing and cool. I want to know more too about how this helps, because a lot of people, you see, fintech or financial literacy is a really big thing. People are always talking about real estate and looking up liens. How does your software actually play a role in that? Say, for example, I'm a person getting into real estate and looking to invest in a property, and I see there's a property with a lien. How does Lien Library help my process flow a little bit easier?
Absolutely, absolutely. So the first things that actually, let's say you want to buy the property, right? Let's just say you're an investor, you're super interested in just fixing and then flipping that property. You want to find out what are the current outstanding debt on that property that you're going to actually acquire. And the first thing actually in library, make sure you find once you get those information, we enables you to negotiate those lien with the cities too as a feature we have on our platform. For example, right, there can be a code violation of property. A code violation can be just simply you not cutting your grass, or somebody literally just kind of like have their fence being decayed. So those kind of things. So the city has the opportunity to fine you per day up to $500 a day. And for you as an investor, this is important. You want to know where exactly you are spending your money, and then what is the value of what you're spending your money really is. And by giving you that lien report instantly, we enables you to make decision right away. Okay, there's nothing outstanding on that property. There's no water bill. There's no code violation. There's no permit issues. Therefore, I feel confident enough I can move forward with my investment. And these are the things that we offer to people, as who's seeking to buy or sell their properties.
Man, this is amazing. So have you dabbled in the real estate field, or is like your background just mainly from working with the city of North Miami and seeing what a cluster F that was working with people. Like, tell me a little bit about like your background with
The,
real estate.
the, the truth is that, in my line of family, the thing is that I either had to become like a lawyer, or I had to become a doctor, or I had to become a priest.
Mm.
But and then when my parents actually kind of asked me which route do you want to take, I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna become a priest. I already know it for some reason, right? So I said, I said, you know what, let's move forward with the doctor part. So I started, studying, getting my medical degree, back in Haiti. But I realized I want to move, I want to leave the country, come to a better place. It's either France or, the US. So I chose the US. And then when I got here, I make sure, I went to FIU. I got my bachelor in economics there, and then I pursue, an MBA in leadership and negotiation. And currently, I'm earning a PhD in industrial organizational psychology at FIU.
Come on, education. Come on now. Oh, you smart, smart.
I mean, we're just doing the work, right?
No, no, no. I love it. I love educated black men. Come on now. I love that. I actually love what you represent because, so many times, especially with the social media world, you always see like the rapper, the ball player, they're the only image of success a lot of times for young people. I like the fact that the black entrepreneur, the educated entrepreneur is like, slowly but surely becoming like another example for young people to see that this is a road to success. So kudos to you, Meg.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. We just want to make sure that we represent something that is that's significant for our community. Because
Yeah.
I think many people in our community, they just see us like as just just like you mentioned, just athlete, rappers. But there are other people doing amazing work in our community. And one person that I can actually address, might be Greg Johnson. Was doing a phenomenal work. Some folks can probably look him up, on LinkedIn. And there are many other folks, who's doing major work. But the truth is that we don't actually receive much, appreciation for those work. But if I were to say I'm an athlete, everybody would be like super pumped, right? But now saying that currently here, I'm an entrepreneur trying to actually bring tech, to government, enabling them to do things better, much different. Some people, it's gonna take them, some time to actually, give you the credit. But we're happy what we're doing because, at the end of the day, we have to do it, and then we're just gonna give it all we got.
Yes. And for me here at Hello News, people like you are rock stars as well to me. Like we don't just focus in on like you said, the celebrities or the popular people or, those type. Like to me, you're a rock star. You're already doing great things. You're making moves. People need to know who you are. So thank you for coming on and sharing your story. Before I let you go, here on Hello News, we want to know like about that personal journey for us. Hyper local news and connecting to community is really important. And you mentioned, growing up in Haiti and immigrating here to the United States. Tell me about that journey. What was it like for you growing up in Haiti, and how has that contributed to how you are as an entrepreneur?
I mean, absolutely. There is one thing I think, I was discussing, with a friend of mine recently. It's like, are you really passionate about the business? And I'm like, I'm still struggling understanding, what is the passion? Because since I grew up, I understand things. Well, it's necessary. When something needs to be done, it is necessary you get it done. I could have basically just, say, you know what, let me focus on my PhD, right? But I found an issue here and I see that I can solve it and I have a team there, to solve it. It's necessary to solve it. It's no longer about passion anymore. Because if it's about passion, I can wake up one day and think like, you know what, I don't feel like going to the office. But no, that's not how I work. It's necessary for me to get this done. Therefore, I'm going to get it done. Because one value that I remember from my parents, they always say to me, when something is important for you enough, you will get it done no matter what. Just like breathing is important for you, you cannot stop breathing. You cannot be passionate about breathing. You just have to breathe for you to stay alive. Therefore, this is the same thing that I bring to everything that I do.
You better, boy, you preaching with that. And so tell me a little bit more about like your Haitian culture and how that influences you as an entrepreneur as well.
I mean, absolutely. So, I mean, in Haiti, I would say like we're super like we're not liberal. As I mean, maybe we should actually embrace some liberal ideas. So we're very conservative in our ideas, the way we do things. But I feel like I'm kind of like a different generations, of Haitian. So my parents kind of instill in me always go for what you want, but make sure what you want has value because you
Mm.
can go after something and there's no value there. But it always said to me like go after something and then make sure that has value to you, and hopefully people around you can benefit from it. And I think that's one thing that I've written, from my Haitian background a lot.
That's what's up. And I always like to hear the perspective of people who immigrate from different countries and what their experience is in the United States once they get here. For you, how has, your experience being someone from a different country, seeing how we operate here, has that, you know, influenced or changed your view on like how you want to run your company, or do you see things as easier or harder when it comes to entrepreneurship versus back home? Like, tell me about that experience and that journey for you.
I mean, I feel like, with me, because I have an open mind, right? So I'm kind of like, always willing to learn and explore things, in a different way. And that gives me kind of like an edge as an entrepreneur, right? Versus if I wanted to actually launch a business in Haiti, I probably would need to be like in my 40s, right? Or getting, my degrees, like, getting my PhD already. And then I can kind of like establish, credibility. But here in the US, once you have a great idea and that idea actually people believes in you, they push you forward. And that's one thing I feel like, moving forward as an entrepreneur, that's something I would never actually do that if I were in Haiti. And that gives me kind of like an opportunity to do it here.
Mm, that's what's up. And so, where are you originally from in Haiti?
So I'm from
Where'd you
the
grow up?
capital, Port-au-Prince. Yeah, the capital.
And where do you call home now that you're here in South Florida? What set you playing?
Miami, baby, 305, the 305. Sometimes I kind of like move between the 305 and the 954, but I feel like the 305 kind of like, this is like the vibe for me.
Okay, so you live in the city of Miami. That's where you call home.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I rock with that. I am a Miami girl to people outside of Miami, but I'm a Carroll City girl. I'm from Miami
Ooh.
Gardens, so that's where I'm from.
It's, I mean, that's a beautiful city too. I gotta tell you, okay, that's a beautiful city, okay, Miami Gardens. And then I must send a shout out actually to the folks working there because I gotta tell you, some people working inside of some cities, they have so many like innovative ideas. And when we sat down to talk to those folks, I gotta tell you, they are taking those cities to a different level. So Miami Gardens, you have all my love.
That's what's up, and that's interesting because I was going to ask you if you can name some of the cities in South Florida that you guys have started to do work with Lien Library.
So since we're doing some pilot currently and they're not like officials, no business, so we can't mention them. However, if any cities is interested to reach out to me and then we kind of like lay out the game plan that we have for different cities that we've been in touch with, absolutely we can do it.
Okay. That's cool. And before I let you go, do you guys have any news or any upcoming things that you want our audience to know about? Or if there's anything that we didn't speak on or touch on that you feel like, hey, the people at High Low need to know this, definitely share that now.
So, I mean, for the people actually, that watch, Highland News. So this is the thing. So we've been part of the Endeavor, Miami. So this is a basically a foundation or an organization that kind of nurture entrepreneurs, give them the tools so that they can succeed and grow their business. So we just actually finished the program. So yesterday we had an amazing time with them pitching. So currently our ask is that if you do actually have a position of an executive, inside of a city, do reach out to us and then we can explain you what we are doing. That's why we are asking you as a community. And if you are an investor, of course, we are currently raising our seed money, 1.4 million. So of course, reach out to us and then we'll kind of like, show you what we are doing. Take part of it. Because it's black, it's cool, it's lovely. And listen, we're just gonna make some money with this and then changing the community.
Yes, come on. I love it. Entrepreneurship. You creating jobs, creating opportunities, improving the lives of residents. You guys are checking all the boxes. So congratulations on what you're doing, Mac. Please consider Hollow News a friend of Lien Library. Anytime you guys have big news or information that you want to share, definitely consider us and share it with our audience. This will not be the last time we speak, Mac. We'll definitely make sure that Lien Library is a friend of the show. And I appreciate you for taking time to speak with independent media, Black-owned media, woman-owned media. It means a lot to me. So thank you.
Thank you, Janie. You're doing an amazing job, and I hope the community can kind of actually see what you're doing here to elevate what we represent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You look, before I let you go, how can people connect with you? How can people connect with Lien Library and learn more about that? Let them know how they can reach out to you.
I mean, I know there are 1,000 social media out there. Please, the one that I'm most active on is LinkedIn, so please reach out to me on LinkedIn. The handle is AMACDEUR, or you can just type leanlibrary.com. So we'll find us very active on our social media for the company. But myself, if you want to reach out to me, do it on LinkedIn.
Okay. And guys, if you're watching right now, you can see on the screen we have Lien Library's web address. We have Mac's information for LinkedIn so that you can connect with him. So you guys make sure, let's go out and support this Black founder who's doing amazing things. Shout out to Endeavor Lab Black Founders. That's how we connected. So I'm glad you brought that up and shouted them out. Like I said, please don't hesitate. Be a friend of the show. You guys have some big news, some information that you guys have coming out. Let Hello News know so we can let the people know so they can support you.
Absolutely, absolutely. High low, stay
Hey,
high all the time.
thank you so much, guys. This has been another great episode of Can We Talk, where we talk to dope people in the community doing dope things. And Mac is definitely dope. Can I say dope a million times? Like,
Absolutely, absolutely, yes. Put some coffee on it. Put some coffee on it.
thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.